Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from George doing George things. It's one of those funny games that just shows the power of cheese. Who wins the game? A person who finds 20-25 triples? Or somebody like George finding one fishy boy, finding a Toxfin in combination with a Murkai, and suddenly you can poison your whole board, divine shield your whole board, and then you have to play a final matchup where one person has infinite resources and the other one has a bunch of shiny Murgles. You know where this is going. And the pivot lines are pretty funny. And we look for niche, unconventional things to do at the very end of the game to find a way to take the W. All right, enjoy. Turns. This is actually nasty. Have friendly minions die. Very doable. Oh, baby. This is, yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. What are the other ones? Alter Ego, it could say play one minion and I probably wouldn't play it right now. Ghastly Mask, okay, that's a good card. Play Battle Cries is doable. But this is it. You're George and you're one Toxfin away from winning the game. Auto completes, good for mid-game tempo, and you need one Toxfin. That's it. Okay. Now, do you consider freezing the Honcho? How often would you say you die going 5-on-4? Outside of ghost lobbies? Like 98% of the time? I don't think we take it, personally. I want to go aggressively to 4, so I want to buy high tempo units. I don't want to buy a bunch of Murlocs and go wide. I want to play whatever I can get. It doesn't have to be Murlocs quickly in this game. Be on 4 and start looking for Toxfin. As soon as we find Toxfin, we just buy one Murloc each turn, divine shield it, and proc the Z hero power. Alright, well, we're the luckiest players on Earth! We 2.5% of them! Our RNG's turning around this game, chat. We're doing the thing. This is good. If we cared about triples that much. This is a 3-2 with a 2-2 chaser. This is a 2-2 with a 2-2 chaser, effectively, and a triple. Look at this alcoholic. Talking about cards with a chaser. So the upside is that we could concentrate stats on one minion, then divine shield it. What is this Elton John party mode Bob? I don't know, but he has his drink. And after the games we've had in the last 24 hours, I could use it. You could be a bartender? I feel like most could. Takes work, takes training, takes having to deal with people. That's the hardest part about being a bartender. Non-stop social interaction. Let's go. Sounds like a terrible job. Oh, we're only down 70 today? True. And yesterday we didn't stream, right? Didn't happen. Oh shit, it's a mid-game soul juggler. There's a cute puppy. To make the stream a little better. You just need to fart a lot as a bartender. I see. Take Twitch chat suggestions lightly. Yo, Leave him alone. Thank you. Juggler is not a toy. Do not break the Juggler. Alright, Snicker Snack George in a Murloc lobby? Some say they've seen worse. Snicker Stack Online, turn 6 combat. Feels Gucci. If a dog worked as a bartender, it would be a barktender? Haha. Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah. Where we are in this game. Our game. It's a lot of stats. Like, a lot of stats. Don't have the gold to be able to play all of this. I'm gonna need a little bit of time. You can take a 1/1 buff and a Mind Muck value. Why didn't we sell Murloc and get Juggler? Because it's just a Juggler. I'd rather have a Divine Shield on a 9/10 that stays on my board than buy a Juggler when the first things that we sell is like all of this off the board afterwards. Like, sure, I don't really care about the Murloc, but what you were saying instead is you would rather have a Juggler on this board and no shield here, as opposed to the shield on the Overseer. I'd rather have the shield on the Overseer. It's definitely a debatable line, though. What you're describing may be slightly higher tempo. It just plays further into increasing minions on the board that we don't want to play into. So, like, while the Juggler could be better for this combat alone, as soon as we start shifting toward Murlocs, which is in our inevitable direction, we're going to want out of the Jugglers and the little demons first. I guess I'm just taking you at this point. Boo. Alright, game. This is like real funny. Ha 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 ha. I'm laughing. Ha ha. You're fucking hilarious. Where are the Murgles, Bob? I guess we're not taking this value. We're just going to keep this on the board for one turn. We're going to get 2 out of 3 of these. Where are the Toxfins, Bob? Yep. That's my streamer right there. Basic math eludes him. This is the important part of streaming where you learn to make fun of yourself. At least that hit was decent. Because we were getting scary there for a second. All I know is 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Exactly. Murgle, show up. What's up, King Ganondorf? What's up, Flo? How's it going? Mind Muck Pear is pretty cute, too. Oh my god, we found him. He's alive. We did it, chat. He's here. They're coming, they're coming. It's kind of cute, too. I don't really care that much about that. Nah, that's pretty good too, but I kind of like the Divine Shield on a Murloc, because we can only do 1 per turn. Really? Do I really like it? You sure, Bofur? sure it's not the 5 right now? Because you're about to eat something. Or you're not eat something. Just freeze. Divine Shield Poison Murloc versus 5-star in Poison Murloc. Plus stat line. Could be a 6. That's actually probably the line. Hero Power by level 6. Yeah. The play is 6. I'm gonna poison you first. This will have more attack next turn. Never mind. This is a 6. Yeah, it should be a 6. So we get 2 health to the Murlocs and we get one of them poisoned randomly. Gonna be the Salt Scale. Gross. Full tempo board here. At least we went first. That was a pretty decent hit. Alright, kind of acceptable. See if we can trim down some damage here. Yeah, kind of acceptable. Those are real nice hits. Like, real nice. Yeah, we're at 38 health. Now we're at 30. We're going to take the Murk-Eye shot. We'll get lucky one time. Right? Right? Wrong. Incorrect. Right, he says, with confidence. Absolutely not, says Bob. Oh, well, nevertheless. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Yes. I understand this thing has a downside. Yes, I do. Do you want to sell it to get a 5/6 off your board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets give positive value. I'm assuming that it also can target the shop, right? It's not only a 1 in 7 that it screws you on this. It's a 1 in 3 that this thing doesn't proc now too. I assume it can trigger the shop because it's an eligible choice. So like this thing triggering this is not my major fear. My major fear is Toxfin doesn't proc on a 2 out of 3 or a 1 out of 3. And that's the sad part. We outie. We moving. I don't think you keep it. All right. Basically right down the middle coin flip. It's not that bad. Meh. Go left. Nice. We'll take a tie. Go left or middle was a tie there. Alright, Glow Scale's an extra Divine Shield for a turn. It's also not a Battle Cry, which is nice. Selfless we don't really play into. There's a Bran. There's a Bran and like... We're just gonna have to get a little lucky here. Let's be honest. We gotta get a little lucky. But we play for this. This is definitely the play. At some point this Toxfin is going to trigger and then just trigger these two. Then we can be happy taking these guys the whole time. That's so many stats. Yeah, it's a really nice stat line. Hey, there we go. Got a poison up front. Just get lucky, yo. This is a disgusting comp. Yeah. First thing we said in this game was this is a Murloc lobby. There are no cleave Death Rattle comps. Like the only cleave in the game is Wildfire Elemental. And then we see George and go, yep, we're just going to play toward that immediately. Once we saw Snicker Snack with an autocomplete requirement, it was like, we need one Toxfin, and then the game just kind of implodes. Now, the question is only, does like a Dragon or Elemental board out-shield us as George Murlocs? Seems unlikely. So we either play another Murloc on the board, or we level to 6. Amalgam for filler? Yeah, but Amalgam just doesn't do anything. We never play Nadina. You want Murkai? Yeah, Murkai is a good card. But how much time's left in the game? Do you really want to play Murkai? This guy's got Sinstone online. He could beat us. Swolefin? Swolefin just makes it less likely that it poisons itself because we'd have more battle cries on the board. I think it's just the stay down. Take the guaranteed shields for now. We could pick up a Murloc if we want to. Unfortunately, we don't get a Murloc on those boards, and we roll for Selfless. We just keep this for the turn. Then next turn, we'll have enough. We'll pick up any Murloc next turn. No real need to go to 6. It's just too late in the game. We're in top 4 already. We're not going to spend the whole turn leveling. We're going to look for Selfless Hero Baron. Then we can play 6 Murlocs or 7 Poison Murlocs in the long run. Divine Shielded. And if somebody pivots on us with Ghoul Lines, then we can play Selfless Hero Baron against it to pivot back into them. We're just kind of negating the one viable pivot line that people have against us. Hey, look. He has the very similar board with exactly what we described there. No more amount of stats makes that better. He's just going to have all poison with Ghoul Baron. Can Toxfin trigger without target? Yes. Yeah. That's actually pretty good for this turn. Hey look, Primalfen. I forgot this card existed. We don't know that it gets poisoned necessarily. We're just going to get out of Bran. The stats aren't going to be nearly as relevant. This thing didn't get poisoned, unfortunately. 2 out of 3 chance. And we play Leroy because we know what his board looks like. Not the best hit, though. Alright, that was pretty good. Taking the biggest minion off the board is kind of irrelevant. We wanted Leroy to connect with something with shield. Because all of them just 1-for-1 trade the big dragons anyway. But it didn't hit the Nadina, which was good enough. Wait, I thought you had Ice Block. Since so too strong, it went through Ice Block. He must not have Ice Block. I just assumed that the secret that was up was Ice Block. Alright, well, 9 triple Sinstone versus George finding 1 Toxfin. Which one's stronger? Which one's better in the end? All of the resources or 1 Georgie boy? Yeah, this is pretty much hard roll Selfless, right? Nothing else is really relevant other than maybe Toxfin plus, like, Leroy. I like the Begurgle early just because of Death Rattle too. But yeah, like maybe pulling Toxfin a little bit back just for the extra damages is a reasonable line. Or maybe even... Yeah. Look at this board. Look at this board! It's huge! It's like our board. It's not fair. He's not allowed to have the same stuff we have. Yeah, it's bullshit. Good tie. 12 triple sinstone versus George finding 1 Toxfin. Alright, how do we make up unit count? Golden Selfless era, right? The thing that we've been rolling for since, like, ages ago and haven't found a single one of? We're the one that needs Blaster? No, whoever plays Blaster actually plays at a disadvantage. Health never matters. What a lovely game. Health never matters. I should pull us to the back now, though. He did play a goal. Good. He's throwing. Feels good, man. It's just 1 minion on the board that can't trade. What you just did was take your board, make it 6, and our board make it 7. Thank you. Oh, now all the Toxfins show up for work. All the rats come out of their holes. It's only good if he plays Baron. Or only good if he plays Ghoul. Hero Power Baron, yeah, I think that's the play too. Bait. I'm not sure it's bait. It depends on what he does with this turn. I don't think you play it this turn. I think you Hero Power the Baron and freeze it. And you let us, we get to see what he does with this board. And if he stays for the Ghoul line, we'll play for the Baron counter. And if he doesn't, then we're not going to play it. Not unless he pivots again. Golden Baron before the second Selfless is a first for me. Yeah, me too. He needs another Manted. I mean, his whole board's Divine Shield Taunt. Like, they all 1 for 1. Just an issue of unit count at this point. Nadina's a good pivot. Also, the Ghoul later actually makes a difference too. Because he can do that. That's a little unfortunate. But on the other hand, we can just do that. Do we kill him? No, we do not. If we played a different order on Amurlux, it's possible. Then again, this is the most likely thing to value trade, which is kind of funny too. Alright, so we're not making a pivot unless he makes us make a pivot. At this point, we could easily argue playing Selfless further back. You ever just blast yourself in this position? No. We win no matter how we trade here. So we order for freak incidences of some medium-sized minion he put on the board being stronger. And now it's a question of... I guess there's a breakpoint at 21 where Nadina plus Ghoul could kill something. So we don't want that super early. And then it's a question of where do we want Selfless. Because the only 2 minions on the board that aren't effectively poisonous are Nadina at 14 and 15 for the Ghoul, plus the 3 explosion. No, it's probably going to take a Divine Shield, but that could technically kill these 2. Swing and a miss on the order. Selfless give value. No value from Selfless. Tie or a loss. Always a loss at that point. Fair enough. That's like a quintuple Baron so far. No, no, no. No, 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 no. These are still not them. Did you buy all the selfless heroes? Are they in your possession? It's a goal to consider. If he keeps that same order, Taunting Baron is the play. Oh, that's so funny. We don't want this yet. Enjoy your Nicholena. Oh, fuck you, game. Oh, this game sometimes. Still got good value off of the Baron. But the Baron's so clutch there because of Nicholena. It still gets there. Oh, it's funny. What a game. That was a fun one. What wins? All of the resources in the world and 17 triples for Sinstone, or George finding a Toxfin? Wow. What a game. You know, taunting Baron. Why the fuck did you taunt Baron? I love it. That was a fun one. We found a niche line to play.